Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tanya. Today I am so excited because I'm sharing with you my fall decor. So recently I posted a video on a clean and undecorate where I took down all of our spring and summer decorations. And today I am sharing with you putting up our fall decorations. So I am so excited. It's finally the beginning of September. It's starting to feel a little bit like fall outside with some cooler evenings, and I just can't wait for this fall season. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, we are starting in the family room today. I got a few things this year from both Hobby Lobby and also Home Goods. So this blanket you see here is from Home Goods, and it is so stinking soft and awesome. So my original thought was to put this on the couch just for like an added touch of kind of cozy warmth, but you'll see in a little bit that I did not end up liking the way this looked, so I'll move it. But the first thing I'm doing is just playing around with the pillow setup. Since I'm bringing in a few new pillows this year, I didn't know exactly how I wanted it to lay out, so I'm just going to play with it for a little while before I get the look I want. Also, I should mention that all the pillows that I got this year, which are just these two sets of orange pillows, are also from Home Goods. These like pack of 3 are Rae Dunn. I'm not a huge like Rae Dunn person. This is the first thing I've ever owned of it, but I know it's like a big deal for farmhouse decor. I don't know that I'm actually like my home is farmhouse decor. I don't know that I would call that necessarily my style. I feel like mine is a mixture of a bunch of different styles. I don't have one particular style that I like to stick to, but I do always appreciate farmhouse style, and I really kind of like that look in the fall just because I feel like it's very like homey and down to earth and kind of rustic, which is how I feel about fall. So I will do a bit of farmhouse decor in this fall decorate.
You don't even know me like that. Are you pressed for time? Put you on my mind. Come a little closer like that. Staying up all night, throwing drinks back. Blue eyes smiling while you're cursing. I admit it.
So moving on to our little side chair, this is where I end up putting this blanket, which works out really well because this is where I sit most of the time, and I love to cuddle with this blanket. It is so stinking soft. I know I mentioned that before, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I actually have to look for another one for my daughter because she's obsessed with it too. And then I'm just taking care of the pillows over in the dining room as well. I just have this one chair that I put a couple pillows on for every season. And now I'm moving back to the living room, and I'm going to start with the hearth. And to do that, I knew I wanted some, I don't know if you'd call this floral arrangements, but a couple of vases with some floral pieces added into it. It's not flowers, so I don't know if you call it floral. Anyways, I put a couple of these little packs of, I guess you'd call the one wheat, and then the other one is like a pack of eucalyptus. And you can see I smell it here. It was so strong. I couldn't tell at the store, but after I got them, it was so strong. So I do not end up using this. That's a spoiler alert, but I tried. I just couldn't stand the smell of it. So I'm just going to figure out where exactly I want to put these vases with the floral, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of the fireplace as well.
It's you, oh you. The second I saw you, I'm nervous that it's him. I'm nervous.
One of the new things I picked up this year from Hobby Lobby is this green vine, and I also got like a boxwood vine as well. And I use this as like a little greenery element with the pumpkins. I actually saw a YouTube video from Amy Fritz, and it was her first, I think, installment of her Fall Decorate With Me this year, and it was so stinking inspiring. So I'm going to link her video below just because she got me super excited about fall and gave me some ideas for what I wanted to do with this year's fall decorating. And so if you want to check that out, her video is really good. Her home is beautiful. She does like a modern farmhouse vibe, and she just is awesome. So a couple of things that I got this year were actually things that she had used around her home, and this greenery element, it was like inspired by her video. So I just wanted to give her credit just because that is where I got that idea. So again, I'll link that below, so check out her video because it's really, really good. And I'm just adding in basically everywhere that I decorate this year. I'm just doing pops of greens and whites, burgundies, and then this burnt orange. The burnt orange is new for me this year. I just felt like going with a little bit more traditional colors. Last year I had done the light blues, whites, and the burgundies, and I love that. But for some reason this year I was just really feeling the orange. So part of that was getting some orange pumpkins and then these pillows and the blanket, and I just love the way everything turned out this year. And also, in order to add some orange elements into some of the other things I already had, I just bought a little pack of loose leaves from Hobby Lobby, and I just added the leaves into a couple of the wreath things that I had, and that gave a little bit of orange pop as well.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
So this is that boxwood vine that I was talking about. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was probably around $12 to $15 for the whole vine, which is, it was really long, but then I got a 40% off of that, so it was not very expensive. And I did end up using this and that other kind of mossy vine all throughout the house, so it was definitely worthwhile. And I think that I could use this for multiple seasons as well, just because I don't think that the greenery is season specific. So that could be a good decor element if you wanted to add in some greens to your seasonal decor as well, and it's pretty inexpensive. But I really loved the way that the pops of green ended up looking throughout my decor this year. Also, I wanted to mention that I will link below any of the decor that I bought this year that I can find and link. So if you're interested in any of it, it's easy to find. So that will be linked below, whatever I can.
Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you
So I added this little flowers and garden tin to the mantle and was trying to kind of, put together some elements in it and make it look nice. Only in the end, I ended up thinking it looked too heavy for this part of the fireplace, so I'm going to move it and do something else in just a minute. So round 2 of using this Flowers and Gardens tin, this is where it's going to end up staying. This area on the side table was giving me a little bit of trouble. I was trying to figure out a good way to add kind of some height differences in the elements that I was using over here, but I don't ever like to put too much over here just because we actually use this table for iPads and phones and charging and like books and things like that. And then this Jergens lotion, I always keep this over here just because we get dry hands, and especially now during, quarantine and COVID and all that, where you have to wash your hands 100 times a day and use hand sanitizer, we need the lotion. So I don't know if you're like this, but I am always trying to find like ways to add practical things into my decor and make them not look so horrible, just like with my golf clubs and golf balls that are always everywhere. I'm always trying to kind of hide the practical things, but I do end up putting that away in the end. Now moving on to this little half wall, this divides our dining room and our family room, and I just like to use this for a little bit of decor elements in the house. The only thing we use this half wall for is basically for decoration, and then I will set sometimes a cup over here and then also chapstick. And so it's pretty much a blank canvas for me to decorate. And so that is one of the spaces I love to work with. And I was again trying to find a couple different ways to add some height over here since the sign is kind of low and the pumpkins are kind of low. So playing with this floral arrangement was the best way for me to be able to do that. On the dining room table, I usually do just a vase with florals in it, but this year I decided to go ahead and use my 3-tiered tray. This I usually keep on top of my refrigerator. I also keep a cake stand over there just because I can decorate it and it like is a storage place for those things. But this year I just decided to try decorating this. So again, I saw a video on Amy Fritz's channel on decorating a 3-tiered tray, and I've never really done it before, so I thought I'd give it a try this year. I brought up some antique like little mini jars and this little oil lantern as well, and decided to add those to it. And then I just took a couple of the boxwood like vine pieces and spread those throughout with some pumpkins and just some other floral elements and these little jars. I really liked the way this turned out, and it's like a great little centerpiece. Also, the placemat that is underneath the tiered tray is from Hobby Lobby. I got that new this year. I think it was a pack of 4 for $10 and they were 40% off, so it was $6 for the 4 placemats. And I will end up using those probably for Thanksgiving as a part of my table setting. So I'm pretty excited about that find.
I am sat here thinking of you once again. Songs in my head now, they all make sense. Counting down the days to call you mine, mine. In the end, I know that we will be just fine, just fine. What I found in you, I know it's hard to find. You're my world, my everything.
Over by this extra chair in the dining room, I decided to add this basket with this chunky throw blanket. I usually have this on my fireplace hearth, but I did not add it for my fall decor. But the basket was a little bit too empty when I was decorating with this, so I decided to add this sweater pillow in there and then throw a couple of pumpkins and greenery pieces and then even a couple of little berry branches in just to add a little bit of fall touch over here. And I think this ended up looking really like a very cozy decorative element in the dining room. Moving on to the rest of the dining room, I just have a couple of places that I'm going to add a few fall touches to. One is the top of my desk hutch. And then also I'm going to put a few things above the microwave. I have this little mirror tray that I like to throw a little touch of decor on. And then also the top of my refrigerator. Like I mentioned before, I have a cake stand up there. I usually have this 3-tiered tray that I used on the table, but I still have a box that holds my kids' little offering envelopes for church just because I didn't have a place for them. So it's like a practical / decorative way for me to store them. But I just am adding a few elements, and then you're actually going to see me open and slam the freezer a bunch of times, just because having kids means that they're going to slam the fridge and the freezer, and I want to make sure that these things don't fall on them as they are using the fridge, so don't mind me. So the last thing I'm going to decorate is this little mirror tray in my living room. I saved this for last just because it was like the lowest on the priority list, and I wanted to make sure I had enough pumpkins and greenery for the rest of the house. But I did end up having enough left to do a little something here, so that is what I am doing last. Here's how everything turned out this year. I am so happy with this fall decor. I know fall is a favorite season for a lot of people. For me, it's usually summertime just because I love the warm weather and I love having my kids home from school, but fall definitely has a special place in my heart. I absolutely love the cooler weather and bonfires and just getting back into the swing of things with school and sports. I know this year is a little bit different for everybody, but I hope you're still finding some joy in the little things. And for me, I definitely found joy in decorating my home for this fall. It definitely got me so excited for this fall season and even for the holiday season coming up.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. You say at least it was worth a try. At least it was worth a try. At least it was worth a try. I drive from your place, miss your lips, but I hate the taste. No fun in this game. Well, we fell apart just in time. Ooh, you say at least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. We keep playing games, can't go separate ways, break up all the same. We keep playing games, can't go separate ways, break up all the same. Well, we fell apart just in time. Ooh, you say at least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try.
Okay guys, that is it for this fall decorate with me. I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully it gives you some inspiration for fall decor in your own home. I appreciate you spending this time with me. Please like this video if you like this kind of content so that I know to make more of it, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I do post on Tuesdays and Saturdays, so there's always new things to see. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.